Hey guys, Echo25.
And our 934.
Episode 94 Ranger Review. Today we have the Power Rangers Samurai Transporter, aka the Transtech Armor from Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. Alright, so now we have the Transtech Armor Cycle, aka the Samurai Transporter. It's just like a little car-ish kind of thing. The claws do open up, which is pretty cool. It does roll, but other than that, you can't really do much. Inside, in the package, you get the Samurai Mega Mode Red Ranger. The exact same one as the regular one. All it is that you don't get the sword or the
Samurai's phone pouch.
You just put them in, close it, and that's all it does. It really doesn't do much after that. The wheels are nice, but they're not as detailed as you would think they are. And this is just a piece of hollow plastic, pretty much. So now we have the Samurai Transporter in the Warrior mode. You can't do much with this. All it is the arms move, the legs don't even move because they're stationary. Then that's about it. And of course, you can put any other Ranger in beside the red, and there you have it. You can actually put any of the figures in as long as they can fit. It actually looks nice with Juzo in there because the scheme, it actually shows that he's actually in there instead of the other figures.
Everything being red.
Yeah. So you can actually swap the arms of the Samurai Megazord with the Transtech armor. Now, it does look weird. Now this looks bulky and this looks skinny as heck. But it's just, this is
the exact same pace.
Yeah, but it's the gimmick that Bandai has been doing for the past couple years now, with starting with Jungle Fury and some of the stuff you can actually swap the stuff because of how small they are. Now also another feature is that you can actually use the
Beetlezord and Swordfish Sword on the side connector pins.
So, you know, you can put the Beetle and the Swordfish on any other, well, the only two auxiliaries that you can because of the connectors on the sides. Those are the only two. This toy is just a plain piece
It's
of...
just a, like, you know, Bandai creation where they just, whatever.
But it's actually nice that you can put different figures in, but that's about it. So, you know, you can do this with the Transtech vehicle, you know, and this is actually they actually show this on the box that you actually can't do it. It still rolls now, but it looks just weirder because you have two random figures that don't even belong.
The transporter legs can also be used as the Samurai's arms.
Alright, so alteration wise, this is the exact same thing as the Overdrive Transtech armor. There was no different. All they did was just take out some of the paint applications.
Basically, this was supposed to be originally silver, and the cannons were gold, but then this part was supposed to be silver as well. And they removed the Overdrive emblem on the silver part. The legs lost all the rear red and silver paint. The headlight was removed. Finally, the window lost the split color design and replaced it with black. Well, other than that, it's the exact same thing.
It's the exact same thing. And the funny thing is that the whole thing fits the 5-inch figures inside. It actually still does. The Samurai figures are smaller, of course, but you can tell that the wide gap is for the 5-inch figures that we used to have. I'm guessing because Bandai reissued this because they had a lot of this in their warehouse and it didn't sell well. And technically,
yeah, usually whenever something doesn't sell well, they usually reissue it. Like, for example, the Turbo Morpher, the Galaxy Blaster, which was the original Astro Blaster.
This thing is so not worth the money. Like, the price tag for this thing at Toys R Us is $30. $30 for this thing that's reissued, and they didn't add anything. Like, if they added like maybe something to make it look better, like maybe you can put a blaster in front or something.
Lights.
Or maybe like a little button that you can pop this open instead of doing it manually. Okay, but if it didn't do more, then I would say yes, but for $30, this is not worth it. So parents, please avoid this if you can. This is actually one of those creations that you do not need. And the fact that you actually get a Red Ranger again is so even not worth it more. If they put in like maybe a special limited edition one, sure, okay. You know, this is not worth the money at all. Avoid this if you can. This reissue was, they actually almost reissued the same exact kind of version in RPM, but it was in like this. But it was almost close, but not like it. So yeah, join us next week for the Power Ranger Samurai, the Mega Blade. Rate, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next week. I know that a lot of people will be wondering why I get this. It's because one, it's just a reissue. Might as well show the reissue, and it's the same exact thing as the Transtech armor.